Yo, what's up? It's Zinnias. I'm here today making more of an educational video or analysis type. And yeah, I'm going to be kind of explaining every Pokemon in Sun and Moon OU. And I guess that would be the title for people that are not very familiar with viability rankings. But for those that are, I'm going to just be making the video component to the new VR of Sun and Moon OU. It was updated pretty recently. It was just me and like 10 other players from just like big tournaments and things. So yeah, it's just better than the last one because that was just me and Sky Penguin, and I mean we did kind of cook, but it's good to have more representation of other people. So I will just be going one by one. So first we have Magearna and Lando in S tier. I feel like I prefer Lando to Magearna, but most people do prefer Magearna to Lando. I did write most of Magearna's analysis, but just to paraphrase, it's got really cracked typing, Steel Fairy. Steals are really important in Sun and Moon. The defensive steel is just for these bitches, Tapu Lele and Alakazam. You really need steel type for them, and it's also helpful for fairy types and dark types. So Magina helps a lot against Greninja Dark Pulse for Weavile knockoff. And the fairy typing complements the steel typing because it removes the weakness to Focus Blast, so it's nice against the Alakazam Focus Blast. Tapu Lele does not really run fighting move that much anymore, but is useful for that as well. It's also very nice against Kyurem Black Z Free Shock. Nice for Diancie, Diamond Storm, Moonblast. It's nice for Tornadus, Hurricane. Nice for Latios and Latios. Um, nice for Serperior as well. It's just checks a lot of things very nicely. It's great for Komodo as well. Having a fairy type is important for a team. It's just having a Magearna on your team, it just checks a lot of defensive boxes. It's a very, very nice defensive Pokemon. But it's obviously not here just because it's nice defensively. Because it has Volt Switch as well, just building some momentum. It's got like moves to stay useful. Like when you're not running Assault Vest, I think it's quite restricting to run that item. When you're running like Leftovers or Wiki Berry, something like that, or Shaka Custap, then it opens up like Heal Bell, just support the balance team or something. Thunder Wave makes you better at Tapu Lele and Alakazam, can probably even handle both of them if you have Thunder Wave and like the berry. Maybe Leftovers Thunder Wave would do it as well. There's also Heart Swap. Yeah, Heart Swap is very nice for the Calm-Mind Latias, Calm-Mind Cresselia, Calm-Mind Tapu Fini, Calm-Mind Reuniclus. It's just yeah, good anti Calm Mind tech. Kind of interchangeable with Confide, but Heart Swap is better for punishing in return, and can even steal some speed boosts and stuff. But like obviously an S tier Pokemon is not just like defensive and utility. Like it also is pretty cracked offensively. I think um I think the trendy way to use Magearna right now is just like mixing the offensive and the defensive. Like you would have Calm Mind with 3 attacks on a hyper offense team, and you have a Wiki Berry for 50% healing. Like yeah, you would run like max HP, just some speed to outspeed the Mawas and things, and the rest just goes into maybe some defense as well, but like just investing in special attack. You would have Flow Cannon, Focus Blast, and Thunderbolt with Calm Minds, and yeah, you still have the defensive investment, so you can do your job defensively, but also like it's just a massive threat in itself. So when you're using like a hyper offensive team, then like you have the bulk that you can trade with like the big fast threats that would usually just fuck you up. And yeah, it also just synergizes well with the other threats. I think that's the trendy way. You can also just run like even more offensive ways. Like you could have Trick Room Beginner, where yeah, you just click that Trick Room. You have Therium Z, and you just clean at the end of the game. It's pretty hard to do with, for especially like offense teams. And yeah, I mean, Fairy plus fighting is pretty fucking broken courage, especially with Thunderbolt to hit like Toxapex and fire types. And then you could also run like shift gear. I think is a bit out of favor now, but it still would work. Like Calm Mind shift gear and shift gear free attacks. Yeah, again it's just like very nice and versatile. I mean the Soul Heart ability is just fits well with its offensive roles very well. Like you just can't really sack stuff. It's better than Beast Boost because like if somebody tries to sacrifice a Pokemon to like Stealth Rock or Spike, then like you still get the boost. You don't need to actually get a kill for the boost. It's just watching them die. And then for Lando, I do actually prefer Lando to Magearna. I mean, I just gave a lot of reasons why Magearna is the GOAT. But yeah, Lando it has Stealth Rock and Defog. It's a ground immunity, an electric immunity, physical check, like a blanket physical check, just like check the Charizard X, the Tyranitar, Garchomp, like Marwal, Pinsir, depending on what sets you're running, Excadrill, even Medi sometimes too, like just depending on the situation, like you're checking high jump kick and pivot on the ice punch. But yeah, it's just very blanket physical check. And if we're talking like hazard control, all these immunities, blanket physical check, then that's just a lot of roles that it fills on a team. It just opens up the other slots very well. Like on most offense teams, you would always see Landorus plus Magearna. Like that's just a very standard core. Just because yeah, Magearna is just blanket checking a lot, and so is Landorus. Just opens up some slots for just some like deadbeats like Medicham and Alakazam Tapu Lele that is like doing nothing defensively. Yeah, they just compress very well, and I think with Magearna you're kind of I mean amongst all of its strengths you are like you still are just going to be like a pretty slow, bulky type, but Landorus is more configurable with the stats because it's just got higher speed and you can run Choice Scarf of that. I mean, you can run Choice Scarf on Magearna, but it's not a real Choice Scarf user. It's not faster than Weavile. It's not faster than a Greninja. But Landorus Choice Scarf is like faster than Alakazam. So yeah, that's a real Choice Scarf user for me. Like you're faster than Alakazam and shit. Like that's really good. It's a very nice Choice Scarf. I think it is the best choice scarfer in the game because you have U-turn to block momentum loss, and like it's it's still pretty strong even when you don't invest. So I think it is like the perfect choice scarfer, like revenge killer and stuff. My favorite choice scarf set to run is not even investing in attack that much. It's like 32 HP, 128 attack, 128 defense, and that survives Mega Charizard X Flare Blitz after Stealth Rock, and that is a big move. And we're not talking about after Intimidate because they're Dragonancing up. Yeah, we're talking about that type of Flare Blitz, like a neutral one. So that's what we're talking about with Lando after Rocks. It's a pretty good fucking Pokemon because Intimidate just makes it so easy to use. And then yeah, outside of just standard defensive like Stealth Rock and then standard Scarf, then like offensive, I think it's still pretty good. Like you'd have like just like SD plus Z Fly, Z Rock, just to punish like these motherfuckers. And then you can even run Dual Dance with Rock Polish. Like I feel like there's so many ways to configure Landorus, and that's just what we're looking for from an S tier Pokemon really. Just very configurable and helps the team a lot. Like there's really no downside to running them ever because they're just opening up everyone else. You can run Lando on everything, you can run Magearna on everything, realistically. So yeah, they're definitely deserving of S tier above everyone else. And Toxapex, I don't even know if it should be S minus because there is a bit of a drop of just this year customization. But yeah, Toxapex does not have that customization at all. This shit only does one thing, and that's just like sponging up hits like a fat bitch with Regenerator. It's yeah, it's very very one dimensional, but that dimension is strong as fuck, and that's why it's in S minus. Like just regen plus recover, like you just scout everything really nicely. Like and like the sheer bulk, like you can just chuck Toxapex in like most of the Pokemon you see on this list. Like you could chuck it on Magearna, Lando, Kartana, just like scout what the choice scarf move is going to be. Um, yeah, Ferrothorn, just chuck it in, try and burn it. Like that's ridiculous that you can do it. Pivot on the ice move. Check Greninja because you just go into your Dark Resist. Like you regen off the Dark Pulse after you take a hit from it. Um, yeah, so without going into all of the examples that it can switch into, regen just makes it like very nice to just scout out moves. It's a very broken ability, and as for what it can do while it's on the field, it is if we look on this list, there is something that sets it apart from everything else. It's that it learns the move Toxic Spikes. Well, that it doesn't set it apart from this, but what really sets it apart is that it's a Toxic Spike user, and I mean it's much more consistent at setting them across like a longer game. I mean, Greninja is good at like setting versus hyper offense because you outspeed the Mew and stuff, but absorbing the Toxic Spike is the crazy part. Like it is the only Pokemon that's like setting Toxic Spikes and absorbing in OU. Like you have some other like niche absorbers like Mega Venusaur, but like most of the time, if you're interested in not being weak to opposing Toxapex, then your balance team just needs to run its own Toxapex. So yeah, that's like some fucking monopoly on the tier or something, which is pretty concerning. But yeah, Toxapex is so good against just like offense. Like even if you are shit against them, then it's fine because they won't last long enough to beat you. Because like Medicham is like on a timer, the Tapu Lele, even the Alakazam has to Mega Evolve eventually. The Greninja is fucked. The Tapu Koko is fucked. Volcarona, Victini, Weavile, just like all these grounded fucks. Like there is just no way that with the weak or non-existent removal these teams have, that will be an uphill battle for them. It's just very nice anti-offense tool, and it's just great longevity even for balanced teams. It will it will even though it doesn't fit on like everything, like I wouldn't run it on hyper offense or like offense, but I feel like it does have that factor of improving your team into every matchup. Every matchup. It will give you a lot of improvement. And like it does check some pretty like important Pokemon within the tier. Not just pivoting, but like actually checking. I mean, you could argue it checks the Greninja that has toxic. Um it check shift gear Magearna, that's not relevant. Okay, no. Let's get to the serious part. So yeah, checks with Toxic it checks Mega Charizard X. That's insane. Cause it does live +1 earthquakes. If Heatran doesn't have Magma Storm plus Taunt, so if you have scouted this out already, then Toxapex can check Heatran nicely. It checks Mega Charizard Y, which is pretty fucking relevant right now. Um it gives hell to Tapu Fini if it doesn't have World Ball Taunt. Volcarona is a huge one. It is like I wouldn't get confused by it being lower than all of these things. Volcarona is one of the premier threats of the tier, pretty much. So like checking it is not even that common. It can run so many different things. It's maybe not as good at the moment because of these fucking fire types, but yeah, just checking Volcarona is just pretty insane. Honestly, it's just very hard to OHKO, and it just replies for Toxic. And it's at full so much because of regen. So yeah, it's just super solid defensively. Even has some like bullshit options like the Baneful Bunker for punishing Medicham and shit and Halucha. And even has some nice tech options like you could have knock off plus shed shell, and suddenly you're just like anti Heatran. Like if you knock off defensive Heatran's leftovers, then like it's not going to be a threat to a balanced team really. Like the whole threat is that it's like forcing to trap something, or like it's forcing chip on like something that doesn't heal. But like if it isn't healing, you get your rock and your spike up, and you have Toxapex to sponge hits, waste Magma Storms. Like, it's very nice against Heatran, which is great for balance. You can tech on Shocker Berry to just check like Landorus, Garchomp, just like Mega Tyranitar better. Just like a lot of things. I think the best berry, though, if you're going to give Toxapex a berry, is Payapa Berry. Because then you can just hard toxic on Tapu Lele, on Alakazam, on a Mega Medicham, survive Volcarona Psychium Z. Um, yeah, it's just very nice. Just very nice. Lots of options. Lots of options. And then I'm not even sure if there's that much of a jump from S minus to these top Pokemon of A plus, but yeah, Kartana is just very it's starting to get a little more versatile, but it's similar to Toxapex in that it just fucking hits stuff. Like your bread and butter with Kartana is just gonna be like Leaf Blade plus Beast Boost. Leaf Blade, Sacred Sword knockoff, and maybe you would drop knockoff on some sets because you're accommodating the Z-Gig impact, but yeah, those you're never really gonna drop. The idea of Kartana really, I'd say the most popular sets are probably Choice Scarf and Choice Band. With Choice Scarf, you're literally like you're using Beast Boost to make up for Choice Scarf not helping you offensively. And yeah, it's very fast. It has great natural speed anyway, but like when you have a Choice Scarf, you're literally just threatening to cleave through like entire teams. Once you start stacking boosts, then like your resisted moves just go insane. Like it will just get to a point where you're using Smart Strike and it's just fucking killing Gyarados and like Volcaronas and shit. It's just very nice late game cleaner and revenge killer with Choice Scarf and Choice Band. I think it's like picking up more recently, like a bit of a trend. I think it definitely always been used, but yeah, just trending really like people just realizing how insane that Choice Band Smart Strike is. Like you're just fucking literally killing Tornadoes after rocks and shit. Just revenge killing, just everything. Like knockoff is starting to really fuck up. Even like you're trying to switch like a Charizard into it or like a Volcarona. Like even Scummery is not really that safe against Choice Bandit because like after rocks, it's been knocked once already, and like suddenly Sacred Sword is like it's pressuring you. It's fucking pressuring you. It's just very hard to switch into, and it's just got the natural speed to where it's just very potent. Sword Stance is I'll say it's controversial because there was actually a time where people thought that Kartana should be banned because of Sword Stance because like no, there's not really like defensive checks to Sword Stance really. It depends on the sets actually, but yeah, so the main variants of Sword Dance is like Normalium Z with Leaf Blade, Sacred Sword, and Giga Impact with Normalium Z. And that way you just like destroy through Zapdos, like fire types like Mega Charizard, Tornadus, if it tries to switch in, like a Latias. Yeah, just like anything that would check it usually, just smash it with normal, great neutral hit. After Sword Stance, it's just gonna fucking kill everything. And then you could also have Titanium Z, so you can kill Skarmory at +2 after Stealth Rock, kill Celesteela, probably kill Magearna, just like Oko, Chansey trying to Thunder Wave you. It's just yeah, nice and customizable with SD, and yeah, it's the reason why outspeeding Kartana is like that's one of the main speed tiers you need on like a balanced team. Like yes, you can check choice band like by piling up some protects and having checks to it, but SD is the reason that like a Latios, Tornadus, Scarfer or something that's like completely necessary on the team, and that's just because of SD. And I think you'd only see this on Sun teams specifically, but Kartana is actually like has quite good viability as a defogger. Like you have the like all this insane offensive viability, and you're just getting put into the fucking kitchen and told to defog. It's pretty insane, but yeah, this shit literally like it like check offensive Lando and Garchomp and just defog on them, and like being able to defog on like offensive rockers is pretty nice quality, especially for Sun, which is just like horrible against hazards. Really, like defog synthesis Kartana with Gracium Z plus a Scarf Lander that has defog, and you're pretty safe against hazards. Like that's it's pretty nice against hazards. Even if you don't invest fully, then Gracium Z from Kartana is still like powerful as fuck. You're killing Garchomp, you're killing Landorus. You honestly just kill most things that don't resist it. Depends if they're at full or not, but yeah, this Kartana set just taps into the nice defense stat of it. Yeah, it just has that mode, but mostly it's just like hitting shit hard on the physical side, and then Charizard X, some not similar in the case of defogging, but similar in that it's a massive physical threat, just fucks shit up, and it taps into its bulk sometimes as well. So I think the best Charizard X is just running Dragon Dance with 3 attacks, Flare Blitz, Earthquake, Dragon Claw. Like you kind of just fuck up everything in the tier with that, apart from just like a select few. And like yeah, it's very dangerous. You have to stop it with like some shit that barely checks it, like Scarf Landers or like full defensive Lander is better. But yeah, so like Tapu Fini, Mega Tyranitar from full lives, like pivot with Rotom, I guess. Chance shit with Zapdos. Slowbro's fine with Toxic maybe, but like for most like offensive teams, then like Dragon Dance is just fucking them up. You just boost and like you just literally get Okos. I mean, yes, you want your rocks up, but like you kind of just get Okos with the attack boost. Yeah, Roost can be used on Dragon Dance variants. I don't feel like I like that. I think you just you want to go all in really. Like a roost, you can then set up on some certain shit. Like Tapu Fini, you're better at dealing with it. Like a Rotom, you'd be able to set up on that. Like a non-Thunderwave Clefable, you'd be able to set up more on it or some shit. But like I do really just think that Dragon Dance free attack Charizard X is the best variant. And what the not really new, but most recent development of Charizard X is like defensive teams, like balanced teams, and using Swords Dance Roost with Fleblitz and Dragonclaw, and maybe even Earthquake, as in either Dragonclaw or Earthquake. I think Dragonclaw is like a much more consistent, but Earthquake is also possible. It's just when you're running to attack, then you kind of just have to pick what walls you. I don't really like that. That's why I'm a free attack purist. But yeah, with Sword Dance, you can support it with Wish and Heal Bell, and it has a more long term role of coming in lots of times. Sword Dance, get chip, waste, recovery, PP. Like it's insane how he's transitioning to that. But yeah, so it's a very nice way to run Charizard X. Like you see it on some of the new sample teams. Let's pull these up. Yeah, before we only had it's like offensive Charizard X team, but yeah, now we have just this type of team. They're defensive teams with Sword Stance. Like this is maybe the one that popularized it a lot. You see like Hillbell support with offensive stuff. Yeah, it's just you keep the rocks off, and it comes in lots of times during a game. Very nice way to use Charizard X, I think. It does also have great defensive utility like niche, because it does check Volcarona really. It checks Charizard Y kind of. It depends, but the quad fire resistance very nice. Revenge kills Tapu Lele naturally. And I mean, when you hold off on Nega, then 5 flying is like pretty nice defensive typing. Like shit, you're outside of even like checking grasses and shit, like if you're running heal bar alongside, you're not really that scared of paralysis. But yeah, when you're keeping the flying type, then you can check like a non Z move, like a leftovers Excadrill. There's more things like you can set up on Landorus, because sometimes they would be like Earthquake or Rocks Earthquake, you turn Hidden Power, and you just set up on that shit as fuck. Check some more grasses and shit. Yeah, like fire typing is very nice offensively and very nice defensively. I think. Yeah, they are on an upward trend. Fire types for sure. And yeah, for Heatran, has definitely always been good. I think maybe like going up and down a little bit. So like if I open the change log of this recent one, yeah, shit hasn't moved. Yeah, I'm wrong about that. But some shit has moved. The top 6. They haven't moved since the last viability ranking. But yeah, we're getting onto the shit that has moved soon. So yeah, Heatran is very useful for this meta. So it threatens to trap some quite annoying shit like Toxapex and Chansey, kind of Tapu Fini, not really. Trap Cresselia, trap Clefable, and yeah. So Psychic Resistance, just very nice for Lele. Fairy Resistance is a very like big one. Like you check Magearna quite nicely, unless you get paralyzed. But just don't get paralyzed. What else does this shit do? Does also checks grass types really well. It doesn't really care about paralysis that much. Doesn't really need to not be paralysis to function, as long as we're not talking about the Combined Focus Blast Demon that is Magearna. But like, yeah, it's a very nice check for Serperior. Just throw it in on Ferrothorn and make progress. On certain variants of Volcarona, then it's a great check. It just if as long as it doesn't happen above ground, then you just own that shit. Um, what else does Bro do? Yeah, I mean, my perception of Heatran is starting to kind of change, because before I was like, yeah, you always need to have Magma Storm, Earth Power, Taunt, and that's like has to be every single Heatran. Yeah, because I just thought that trapping is like really important. I thought that was just a lot of what Heatran is good for. I didn't really see the defensive side of the use, because I thought, oh yeah, just what if Tapu Lele is like Focus Blast, bro? Um, yeah, it doesn't check Zam because it just have Focus Blast. I just thought maybe it's like a little useless defensively, but using it more and using like different type of Heatran, like I think Taunt very droppable. Like even like with Magma Storm, like Magma Stealth Rock, Earth Power, and Toxic. It's just very nice for removing Latias, because that Pokemon is annoying as shit to face. So good for Charizard, like beating like Roost variants. Nice for Dragon types, because Dragonite is definitely on a rise. Yeah, Gyarados is on definite rise. Can punish Charizard's Y with Toxic. Can punish Mega Tyranitar with Toxic. Doesn't always run Earthquake. Earthquake is more underrated than it should be. Got hiccups. And then even dropping Magstorm and going for Lava Plume instead, I thought like, what the fuck? Why are we going for this weak shit? But yeah, I've been just learning more about Heatran balanced styles with like more hazard stack focused, and like Lava Plume just always hitting and fishing for burn chances, and having more PP is just very nice, very calm and stable. And yeah, even dropping Earth Power, like yes, you will get ward by opposing Heatran, and some other things like rock types, like you can't really hit Megadancy this directly anymore. But having lots of slots is very nice. Protect is great option for Heatran, just to fuck with like Medicham and Halucha and shit. And racking up more toxic damage, poison damage, getting more lefties. And something I specifically want to mention is Raw Heatran. I think that's just a very very nice option for balanced teams, especially with because you'd like to pair Heatran with like Ferrothorn really. Um yeah, like roaring around with rocks up, spikes up, toxic bikes up, that is like you can force progress this way. Force progress. Does not matter what's going on, you can force progress, and yeah, it's like deceptively very dangerous to deal with the raw Heatran. And I mean, I guess I'll mention that Gracium and Steelium still exist, but if you're running a Z move Heatran, just make it Fireum because you just get extra slots and it's powerful as fuck move. I don't know how long this has been going on already. I don't want to do this all in one video. That would be very intimidating to watch. Just to click on, and it's like by Zinnias, 4 hours long. This is every Pokemon in Sun and Moon explained. Like, I would not click on that shit. I was, yeah, I'm not Sun and Moon enthusiast enough for that. I think nobody is watching this shit. So, yeah, I'm going to get to Ferrothorn, and then I will cut for the next time. So, Tapu Lele, pretty insane gal. Um, yeah, so I think yeah, so plus 12 spaces is honestly just because it's a very spam style now. Side spam is let's call it the premier offense. I think that's not a crazy thing to say. I mean, there are other popping offense styles, but the most true, like tried and true, tested, broken offensive style is definitely Psy Spam, which would be Alakazam, Tapu Lele as a core, and then you just feature some other goons like Kartana, Greninja, Komodo, Halucha, just like other side characters alongside our S tier core. But yeah, this style very very consistent. Like Tapu Lele is a great part of this by itself. I think the best variant of Tapu Lele is definitely Taunt. Yeah, I think I'm gonna say the best variant of Tapu Lele is Taunt. Psyshock, Moonblast, Himpa Fire, Taunt, Modest. Just fucking go. Spam Psyshocks. It's just a very nice set, and I feel like you want to use your Z move for other shit. I mean, maybe you don't, and you want to go for some nice classic Fightinium Z Calm Mind, but or Calm Mind Psychium Z is just nice for neutral damage. But like yeah, I just think Taunt with Twisted Spoon, 3 attack, that will do me. That will do me. Choice Specs is still pretty fucking dangerous. Like just the amount of like neutral microwaves that it can inflict. It's just very fun to use. Choice Scarf, I think that's moldy. Wouldn't use, but it is nice Choice Scarf because it actually like is disabling priority. Like it's great Choice Scarfer to do with like priority merchants like Mega Pinsir or Mega Scizor, like a Lopunny maybe in the end game. So many priority merchants here. I mean, yeah, Ash Ninja with Water Shuriken, like evolved Water Shuriken, can be nice for that as well. Yeah, pretty moldy Choice Scarfer, What I definitely want to mention though is a Salt Vest Tapu Lele. So, we had this team called Fairy Spam. It's been there for a long time, but now we are using the Zinnias version, and in the Zinnias version, we are a Salt Vest Tapu Lele with some bulk, and I think that massively increased the consistency of the team because like the resist to everything is kind of just like shit. Like if we really break down this team, like and consider that this is an offensive Magearna that is like not even checking shit. Like it is very frail defensively, but we work around this by just trading Pokemon. Like what doesn't Oko you, you can trade with. That's the idea. That's the idea really. It's just living hits like from Greninja, from Flow Cannon, Magearna. You can trade so much damage with Psyshock. Fucking just trade so nice into Tapu Fini. Tapu Fini never wants to enter this. Um, what else? It's great for Serperior, great for as I said, Greninja. Maybe also great for Charizard Y, for Alakazam, for Manaphy. Like when you're using Rain on the ladder and you face this team, Tapu Lele is the lifeline against this shit because it's living like rain boosted surfs from Greninja and shit. And like living like Zemus from Manaphy in the rain. It's just consistency booster. You will not be like bowled over because you're just living the hits and hitting back. It's defending on the front foot, really. I guess I'll describe it as that. That's just a nice way to describe it. I will be writing a an analysis like a Smogon set for Assault Vest Tabalele soon. It's gonna be more legitimate, as it deserves to be, of course. And Superior, oh my god, Superior! It is how many did it rise? Only 5, but it feels like it is so much better than it ever was. Because before, like when I first started playing Sun and Moon, like the superior set was Leaf Storm, Hidden Power Fire, Substitute Glare. But I mean I feel like it probably still is the main title set for Substitute, but like I feel like Superior is so much more than that now. Cause I might go out and win and say Superior is mostly a support now. Mostly a support with Defog and Taunt. I feel like when it gets a place on an offensive team, that's what it's going to be doing for the team. Like on a modern offense team, where it kind of blends an offense and hyper offense really. I'm not sure if there's a great example on the sample here, but yeah, we can just look at hyper offense to see. So on this team is exactly what I'm talking about. So yeah, Leaf Storm, Taunt, Glare, Defog. It's a very nice superior set with Rocky Helmet to punish like Seismic Toss and shit. Just very useful item in general. But yeah, superior is just like supportive role now mostly. But when it does actually become the main character, I feel like what people like to run now is substitute Leech Seed. I feel like that is more popular than to attack Glare Sub. Yeah, I feel like Leech Seed is more popular than that. You'd see this like on sand teams maybe, or like maybe some offense teams are actually built for this, but yeah, for Leech Seed, like you just you substitute and you Leech Seed into Magearna straight up. If it Volt Switches, then it's not breaking the substitute. And if it stays into attack, then it's just like getting drained by Leech Seed. And this is like the same for Heatran really, like just like Leech Seed, fucking broken. Can can even work nicely against Celesteela as well. The only risk is actually like missing a Leech Seed or like getting your Leaf Storm stored. But yeah, Leech Seed is just like very nice for bypassing. The downside of these sets is that they either drop glare and cannot punish like typical answer like Tornadus Charizard, Volcarona as Dragonite can punish these Pokemon as freely or like as um efficiently. You can't punish them as efficiently anymore, but if you do include Glare over Hidden Power Fire, then you're ward by Ferrothorn. Sure, there's more case. Yeah, can't really like hit Celesteela. Like you can leech it, paralyze it, but you can't really hit it. Skarmory is better against you now. Yeah, fire is just good for like immediate hitting. Sometimes it's just very useful to hit immediately. Can't revenge kill Kartana instantly. Can revenge kill or can't beat Scizor and Megamawa really. Yeah, there is trade-offs, but if you have the right sub leech set, then it's honestly like bordering overpowered a bit. So is Tapu Lele, but yeah, sub leech Serperior bordering overpowered a bit. Don't use Scarf. That set is shit now. Um, yeah, so Serperior is just because of contrary, it is not really needed to invest in the offense that much, so it always just naturally takes on like an intermediate bulky attacker role, I guess. Just very supportive for teams. Good, it's just a great Pokemon. And Ferrothorn, I love Ferrothorn. I'm very much spamming Ferrothorn at the moment. I think Ferrothorn is metas are cyclical, but yeah, I think Ferrothorn is what to use at the moment. I think with the meta stars at the moment being Spam, Sand, Rain, yeah, I think we can call those the meta styles. There's some other cool styles, and obviously in Sun and Moon everything's viable all at once. But yeah, I think we should just be using Ferrothorn at the moment. I think we should be setting spikes down. I think we should be roaring shit out. I think we should be using Protein Greninja. I love using teams that look like this, basically. I think this is just a very nice pick into the meta at the moment. Ferrothorn is just great into rain because they're just spamming water types. They don't have the fire move or really fighting move to hit you really. And when we're facing sand, their hazard removal is Excadrill with Z move, not leftovers, rapid spin. So you literally punish rapid spin with iron barbs, and Excadrill has to take Spike when it comes in. So Spike is very nice against sand teams. And I think we can just use this side spam as a blueprint, really. The significant change of side spam is that they don't run Rotom anymore for Defog. Then they just literally drop Defog and just go more offensive. I think that's what I've noticed. So actually just aggressively getting the spike and the rock can just be your key to winning the side spam matchup, because you just limit the guys so much. Like soon Lele is just dying to any hit, or like just actually killing himself with rock and spike. And same with Kartana, same with Komodo. I mean, it kind of sucks if they're like a Greninja side spam and they can get their own hazards, but like a well built Ferrothorn stack is going to be more robust into entry hazard than like an offensive team. So yeah, definitely just like bring Ferrothorn and spam spikes. It's not like I can say that Ferrothorn has just become anything new. I mean, stop dropping Gyro Ball. Start running dual hazards if you need to. Don't be ashamed of it. I really like dual hazards, stealth rock spikes, Gyro Ball, power whip. I think that's awesome. But ideally you'd be splitting up stealth rock on like Heatran, and then like Gyro Ball, power whip, leech seeds, spike. Yeah, that's the sort of Ferrothorn that you ideally want to run, really. Also, you don't need to run spike on Ferrothorn. You definitely don't need to run spike. I thought you had to run spike. I thought it'd be pretty much like a waste of time to run like just a stealth rock Ferrothorn, no spike. But yeah, that's just a complete fucking lie. Stealth rock Ferrothorn is good. Good for offense, good for styles that don't really want to play with hazards up. Like for this team example, it's just rock Ferrothorn, no spike. Because you just want to defog their spike and rocks anyway. Yeah, Ferrothorn, very good. Use it a lot. And I think this is where I will cut off this video. I will definitely make more it is if it goes well. So yeah, if you did like this video, then let me know in the comments or anywhere, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.